Hi, friends. Are you ready for a card reading or to hear about life issues and things that are going on with you? Be right back. Hi, friends. Welcome to Super Fun Spirit Experience card reading tonight. So, this is about life issues and things that are going on with you and your family, and you can ask questions. We are not doing the spirit or pet readings tonight, just so you know. This is all about life guidance, things that are going on with your life, questions you have about yourself, your family, your future, your finances, things like that. So, there's a lot going on tonight, but it can be about career, life, relationships, finances, health and well being, love life, and unique experiences. There is something I want to explain to you about that because I think that people think that if you are a psychic, you should be able to like totally tell the future and tell me what's going on with my future. I sort of can do, but I can only do it according to the future that you are currently creating. If you make a different decision or change your reference, then the future that I would see after that would be different. So the cards cannot tell you what to do or tell you that this is an absolute in your life. It can only tell you, like, okay, here's what we're seeing going forward. Here's what you're currently creating. And you might want to shift that, and you can shift that. So you have free will. So just to make that clear, I'm not going to obviously be able to get everybody's requests. So just know that I don't really see the feed. This is all at random. I'm going to, invite Spirit to come in and give me notice about who I should read for. And I don't really have a say so in that. It's all up to Spirit. So requests are chosen at random. Please ignore the scammers. I totally today and yesterday have been inundated with people who are like, Kelly, I've had this request from you. If you get anybody who says that the psychic medium Kelly McClure, but also like a little bit off about the wording, like maybe psychic and medium are together, or there's something about off about the spelling, and they're saying, please register. When you register, you pay this amount, blah, blah, blah. I'll give you a reading. That's not me. I'm never going to come to you and tell you you should register for a reading or that I have a reading for you that you have to pay for. If Spirit ever comes to me and tells me to read for you and I approach you to tell you that they have a reading, I would never charge for that. So tons of scammers going on right now. That happens when your clientele has reached to a point where they feel like they can benefit from it financially, and they come on and they pretend to be you, and they're going to use my picture, my name, whatever. But just pay attention to how the word is spelled out. They will always have one little mistake in there, and that's going to be them.
And don't forget to mention that you can't friend request from a
Right.
business page.
And so on my business page, which is Psychic Medium Kelly McClure on Facebook, I can't friend you guys. I can friend you guys from my personal page, but most of you are already my friends. So I'm not going to request you again. And that's from Kelly McClure. Psychic Medium Kelly McClure is my business page. I cannot friend request you from my business page. So if you get a friend request from Psychic Medium Kelly McClure, especially if it's spelled wrong and has weird, gaps, that's not me. I'm sorry they're doing that to you guys. You will never have to register to get a reading. That's all a scam. Likewise, tonight, likely people will come on and go, hey, I'll give you a reading. She can't give you a reading, so I'll do it. And they're just piggybacking on my work, and that's not ethical. And you don't want a reading from somebody who's not ethical anyway. So watch out for those scammers too. And that's just generally in life, scammers are obvious. They don't spell right. They don't have the right syntax. They don't have the right gaps in their words. Like if it's questionable, don't do it. Okay. So I can't get to everybody. Please don't incessantly ask for it. Just once or twice through the feed. If you're meant to get a reading tonight, if you will, and if you're not, you're not. And please trust that Spirit will bring it to you. That is why at the end we will give you a code to get a discount on a reading. I also guarantee all my work. If you don't end your reading knowing and believing that your answers have been satisfied or that your loved ones come through, you don't pay. So just wait to the end of this reading. You're going to get a discount code to get a discount anyway. And you can do a reading privately if you want to. So don't inundate the feed. I don't really see the feed anyway until later. So let's just fly. Okay.
So can you just let them know like what you want in the comment, just like
Here is
what
what-
areas, and if you and let them know too, not like a general like 3 things, just pick one.
Yeah. Since I only have time, each one of you to answer one question, I'm going to ask you to trust me and just ask one specific question. Will I get married? Will I get the job I'm going for? Super specific one question answers. If you ask 3 questions, I can't get to all of them tonight. If you're vague, that's probably not going to work either. Just ask me one specific life issue questions, and I promise you it'll make sense and it'll happen. And also money back guarantee. You waste nothing tonight to do it. All right. So that's how I want your requests to come through. One question, one specific thing. Okay. All right. So Denny says, I need some life guidance with finances, please. So the thing I'm going to pull for you, since I do see your picture, and I think that I'm going to pull Queen of Clubs for you, just to kind of represent you. And then the cards we're going to look for finance are 10 of diamonds, 9 of diamonds, and 10 of clubs, 9 of clubs. So let's just kind of look and see. Hold on one second while I find you. Okay. Okay. All right, Denny, I have turned the cards over. The first one is the 2 of clubs. That is like heaven helping you or help from heaven on a project or something specific. And the card right under there was money. Here's what's coming through for you about this is that, wow, lots of 9s. Look at this. So the 3 cards that have come up underneath that is none of this one is about at first it's about disappointment, but then look, wish come true, money. So the fact that 3 9s come up around this very question says that you don't believe in yourself, but actually you're really capable of creating a lot of money. And if you trust and go for it, listen, money is not about what outside sources say that you should have, which I think a lot of people who have money issues are thinking about. They're thinking like, okay, well, I've done the best I can do. I can only have a job and sell my time by the hour, and I'm not prosperous. So I think that these rich people have a say so. I'll get a lottery ticket, maybe win the lottery. Not with you. With you, I will tell you that your finances are being multiplied and being controlled and created by what you choose. So that's a lot of really cool money energy. But I really have to ask you to accept within yourself that you're the one who could create this and not wait for other people to give you money. Like, you can do this. You can really. So some of the ideas that you've had about whether it's investing or whether it's starting a new business. Yeah, you're going to create new money. It's going to be great money. So yes, of course, you're going to have great money, but not because somebody gives it to you, but because you create it. Okay. Next. Hi, Kelly. Can I get a health reading? So Carol, health is going to be about this card, which is the health card. So So we're going to look and see what that comes up. So let me pull your card. I think it's also going to be the Queen of Clubs. All right, hold on one second. Queen of Clubs, Queen of Clubs, Queen of Clubs, Queen of Clubs. Where is she? There she is. Okay. That's the card that represents you. We're going to put it down here. And I'm going to look for that Eight of Hearts and anything else that has to do with health or well-being. I will tell you that even without the cards, I'm actually sort of being told something about this. I don't even think we have to pull the cards. Let me just hold on one second. There is a woman in spirit who's older than you, but not very old, who feels like she passed because of health issues, all concentrated on the chest, so breathing or breast or whatever. And so there's some question about, like, is that going to happen to you? Is that a thing in the family? She also tells me that she's watching over your kids and your girls, but that your chest and health is being completely cared for and white light within there. There is a little bit about a fear of breathing. So I just want you to sort of, I don't know, like take charge of your emotional health and breathing has to do with power and resistance and going forward of like, I am a badass. And she wants you to bring that up. She's really sorry that she had to go first because I feel like your children and these three people that you're worried about are fine. But your health issue is up to you. Just grab hold of your personal well-being, bring it forward. Also feel like there's very little that you have to do to maintain or to make sure that your health is okay within your lungs and your chest. But I have a wonderful woman that I would recommend. Her name is Lori Reynolds. She does all kinds of healing. And I think it's more about your consciousness, not your health. Going forward, I feel like really, really super good things and super good outcome. Okay, so that's Carol. Let's do another one. Carmela says, relationship, anything coming my way. Okay, Carmela, I'm going to pull, again, the Queen of Clubs for you. So that's you. And then we're going to look for the Six of Hearts, 10 of Hearts, 3 of Hearts. Those are all the relationship cards. So let's look about relationships coming your way. Okay. Sometimes we see in the cards that someone's so super coming, like easy peasy lemon squeezy. Sometimes we see that there's things that we have to do to sort of create that or open up to that. I'll ask for both. I'll let you know what that is. But, it's not necessarily about what the universe has for you. It's about what you're creating. So if there's any blocks or anything that you need to know about what you can do to help create this relationship and bring it in, I would let you know. We're going to do this in 4 piles. The first one is serious. So that tells me you're on board. You're in line with creating a serious relationship. You also have the passion to do it. What that tells me, Carmela, is that you have a super passionate heart and soul, and that if other people are dry or dull or not having that openness and that compassion and that passionate heart, that you might resist that and that you might not allow that in. And that's okay. You can't settle. This is a brown-eyed male. So, and that's the home card. So what you really have to do is, as you go forth and put out the passion that you have, inviting the relationships that you want, make sure you're very clear about your standards, your boundaries, and the respect that you deserve. Just because you're passionate doesn't mean that everybody or anyone who's passionate who comes your way deserves your affection. I think the man coming your way is passionate. I think that he has brown eyes. I think it's very, very soon. But I also think that the thing that you can determine about whether he's right or wrong for you, because I think you might be bombarded with a little bit of other people who are not so much in line with you, is that he has a equality and a value about home that is important to him. Home life, integrity, stability. That is the guy, and he's got brown eyes. So it's coming your way, but so there's a lot of fraudulent people coming your way. He's the one who's like, okay, I'm all about home. I'm all about passion, but in the way that I feel like I would treat everybody equal, and that the way that I treat you would be a parent and would be consistent with how he's treating everybody. Listen, gals, if you ever get a guy that comes in your life and talks shit about his ex, big red flag. And that's not him. He's like respectful, but also honest. Okay. Coming soon, Carmela. All right.
Can you remind people you're not doing spirit readings tonight?
Okay. So also, you guys, I'm not doing spirit readings. It's life guidance readings. It's about life issues, questions that you have about relationships, finances, people, other things like that. So we'll do another life guidance or another spirit reading in a couple of weeks. And again, all my work is guaranteed. So if you want to book something and it doesn't work out for you, you got nothing to lose. We can do spirit readings. We're also going to have a lot of events coming up. We're going to have some super fun spirit experiences at Finch, where you can just, buy a ticket, show up, and just check out the work. See if it's something that you want to participate in. But tonight is not about spirit. It's about life guidance. So please ask your specific questions and let me answer those. Sherry says, will I be able to get out of debt? Okay, Sherry. I love the little picture you put of your pit bull, and he looks a lot like the pit bull that I follow, whose name is Zeusy the Pit. He has his own channel on YouTube, and I love him. But I'm going to pull the Queen of Diamonds, I think, out for you. So just to give me a reference of who I'm reading for, I will pull her card out. So hang on one sec. Let me find her. But I'm glad you have a pit, and I hope that people realize how amazing pit bulls are, and they're rarely mean. They are always awesome and sweet and cute. My family has one named Moose, and he is 62 pounds. He's only 7 months old. He's a giant. Okay, so I'm going to pull this card. Actually, I'll just do this. That's what I'm going to pull out for you. That's you. Okay, out of debt. So we're going to look for the money cards. We're going to look for the 10 of diamonds, 9 of diamonds. We'll look around that and see what comes up for you and how you can get out of debt, or what you should do maybe for yourself to do that. So, all right. All right, guys. Out of debt. That's a money card.
You want to let people know, unfortunately, you can't pull your camera down.
I know. I'm so sorry, you guys. This camera doesn't go far enough to show you the card, but I hold it up. I'll try. All right. All right. So we cut in 4 piles. We're going to look for cards like the 9 of diamonds, 10 of diamonds. What's really cool about this question, honest to God, is that I feel like what's happening with you is not about money. It's about your feeling of obligation to others. I hope that a lot of people who found themselves in debt hear this. At one point in organizing my finances, I sort of had to ask myself, do I truly believe that I have given more to the universe than I have taken, or do I believe that I've taken more than I've given overall to the universe? Not specifically to the people I have money to, but just overall. And what really came to me is I just decided that, you know what, the truth is, on a soul level, I feel like I've given more than I've taken. Therefore, any debt that I had should be easily cleared up. And once I paid attention to it, it's easily cleared up. What I'm seeing about you is letting go of home energy. So any, um, um, mortgage or rent. In the heart piles, unity and oneness. In other words, reassuring you that things are coming together. This card in the what you don't expect is connection not from debt or physical finances and circumstances on earth, but on a soul level. And then the last card is giving way to other people. This is the young male. I feel like that part of your debt is that you're feeling obligated to others, and that you're not really realizing that your presence here on the planet is much more valuable than you think it is. So you're thinking, I've taken more than I've given, and somehow you're trying to take care of other people beyond what you really need to be obligated to do so. So, yes, I think you can easily get out of debt probably within the next couple of years, but those two things have to be shifted. One, stop feeling responsible for other people. Two, realize that you have given more than you've taken on this planet. So it will be easy to eliminate debt if you realize that. If you charge what you're worth, if you expect the money that you're worth, stop giving away to people you can't save and help anyway. And let the universe balance out your worth. That's all it takes. They're balancing it out. They're going to give you more than you give because you're worth more than you take. So, yes, I would say absolutely you can be debt free within easily a year or two. Okay, next.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm ready. Carissa says, I need help read. Okay, Carissa. So it looks to me like you have brown eyes. I'm going to pull that card out for you. That's Queen of Clubs. There she is. Beautiful card. That's yours. And you're asking for help. So we're going to look for the Eight of Hearts. Four of Spades might mean something if it comes up around you. But let's look. Okay. Actually, there's something that I want to share with you that has to do more with spirit than cards about this topic. There's a fairly young woman coming through. She looks to me like she could be a mom or aunt or possibly even a younger grandma, but someone in that generation who herself has had health issues. She has given away way too much energy. She is hovering around you, and that I think she feels good now that she's in spirit, but in person on earth, all kinds of issues in the chest or breast. Again, I just don't think she's very old. And I think she's saying that I know a lot of us have questions about our health issues as if it's, dependent on somebody outside of us or some higher realm or some, unearthly people. And she's like, absolutely not. The fact that well, there's two things. One is that I feel like you've taken on either a new health regimen or an exercise program. And the other is energetic. And energy wise, I do feel like she's kind of saying that you have some heavy energy around you. That could be old depression. I feel like it's on your back and going through your back, and that as hard as you try to give your energy to others, what you really need to do is cleanse yourself and work on your own energy clearing. Not so much exercise, and always that's good, but this is more about clearing. So that could have to do with Reiki. There's also another young female, I think, in the family, like maybe one of your nieces or daughters or whatever, but there's a young female who is struggling greatly with physical limitations or possible future ailments. And I think that this will help her too. When you learn how to clear, it will help her clear. What's weird about what I'm saying is that I feel like it's like as if you're laying on your stomach or in the prone position, and then energy is going through your back into your stomach. Same with her. So I have no idea why I'm seeing that, but that's what I'm saying. And I feel like that can be easily cleared. You can have absolutely good health in the future, but this isn't just about spirit giving you good health. This is about you clearing something, and something energetic that could have to do with a prone position.
She said that's her niece.
Yeah. So that's what I think you and your niece can. Thank you, Becky. Becky came in and confirmed that that's her niece. So the two of you can work together on that, but it's energy, girl. It's energy. It's consciousness. Thank you so much, Becky, for bringing that to my attention. I asked her to show me anything that I needed to know because she's watching in the other room and I can't see the feed. So, okay, let's go on. What do you see in my work future? So Felicia, she wants to know what in the work field. I think she has blue eyes, so I'm going to pull out the Queen of Clubs for her. Okay. So thank you so much, Becky. I did ask Becky to come out and tell me if there's anything that, because I can't see the feed. I have no confirmation about whether this is making sense to you guys, but she's watching live and she told me if she saw something that would make immediate sense, she would come out and tell me. So thank you so much. Okay. Felicia, I'm going to pull this card out for you. Work future. So that's going to be the 9 or 10 of clubs, 9 or 10 of diamonds. That's usually work or success or something that has to do with that. Okay. I also feel like one of the things that I want to tell you right away is immediately I'm feeling like there's something that you can do to create a work experience that will pan out, but I don't think it's what you want to do. In other words, if you stay in your current job and follow the rules and follow the protocol and follow the plan, sure, yeah, you might be able to retire and have enough, but that's not what you want. That's not what's coming for you. I think it'll be almost impossible to do that. I think what's happening is that your soul is calling out to something else. And I think you're worried about whether or not that would jeopardize the plan for you to make money and retire. I'm not sure, but let's look. Okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the first one is heart sickness. Heart sickness. When this card comes up, it usually has a lot less to do with your question and more to do with your state of being. In other words, you've had a lot of losses you haven't dealt with yet. And that can feel very confining or constricting or limiting or blocking. You also have these cards of message from contributive forces in the universe. So that to me tells me there are people in heaven trying to help you and that you're ignoring. Like maybe you have more gifts than you think. Like maybe you're a bit more intuitive than you give yourself credit for. And maybe, the forces of nature and the universe are coming to you, but you're not paying attention. So this heartache thing, I don't like this card in that pile because that tells me that you're prone to that and that you hang on to that. So that not only would maybe a lot of things happen in your life or your family, but that you would be so in the middle of it that you're taking on all of that heartache as so detrimental that it's stopping you. I do see the 10 Jack King and then this card. So these are the first ones that come up in the heart pile. This card is the only card in the deck that means what it looks like. And what it means is if you can see what she sees behind her, the angel wings, that she doesn't see not behind her. So it's about finding out who you truly are, your divinity within, your strength within, your relationship with self. Jack, Queen, King is like mostly people, but it's lining up in the heart pile. Again, I think that you're putting other people before you. I think you're paying so much attention to what other people want, that you're putting your future on the back burner. Now, let's say you don't do that. I'm going to ask the cards, like, let's say you just throw all that out the window. You tell everybody else, fuck off. Because you do have a message about contribution, which could answer your question about your future and your work. So I'm going to act like, 3 2s in a row. Your 2s are all about confirmation about who you trust, who you have affection for, opportunity around that, and who you trust. So it's asking you to pay attention to your gut instinct about who you trust and how you want to bring your work forward, and not trusting other people when you don't feel it. This is going to be a huge one for you. I really think that you're going to have to, there's the emotion card. I really think you're going to have to put your own thoughts and feelings and well-being forward from others. And sometimes you're going to have to tell people, I don't trust you. And that'll feel horrible, but it'll be your instinct. The wish come true, or the what's unexpected pile is the 8 of clubs, and that's the message from heaven. Oh, if you pay attention and are committed to, so the last 3 cards in the what you don't expect pile, which tells me you either don't believe in it or haven't seen it yet, are message, bright change, commitment. So I think that is kind of reiterating what I was saying earlier. If you pay attention more to what you want and what you are passionate about, and trust that everything else will line up to make that work, rather than thinking, here's my opportunity, I better do that, and it better make it fit for me, I have to fit for that. That's not going to work. You have a passion card. You have letting go of fear. Let go. Fear. Some stuff you have to work with. But I promise if you do it, if you let go of fear, go for your passion, shift your focus on more what on you want and not so much on what other people are asking for or dictating for you. The last one is contribution, and that's a card of working it out for you. I know that's hard, you guys, but holy shit, like even the last 3 cards in that is 9, 10, Jack. It's like lining up for that. There are so many people that come to me and go, what should I do? And the cards always go, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Like, where have we got it in our head that in order to be successful, in order to make things work, in order to have money and be able to clothe and feed ourselves, we have to do shit that we don't want? You know what I call that? And please don't take it the wrong way, because if you're doing that because you feel you need to do it to feed yourself and clothe yourself and your children, I have no judgment about that. But if you're doing anything in your life as work that you don't want to do, it's almost like spiritual prostitution. It's almost like I'm doing something I don't want to do for money. And the universe will never require you to do that. When you do it, it's because the fear that has been implanted in you by other people that says if you don't do this, you will be destitute and it won't work. Do it so that I can be rich. Do it so that I can be successful. You have to be invalidated. You have to be miserable. You have to do a job you don't want to do so that I can be rich. Fucking spiritual prostitution. So again, no judgment, but because I've done it myself many, many times, I've had a job I didn't want to do because I needed the money. So I'm not telling you that I think you're wrong in doing it. I'm telling you that there's a higher way of thinking and believing about this. And that when you get yourself there, when you realize, I'm going to let go of this because I really don't want to do it, and that I am able to make a living and support myself and draw on the money doing stuff that is in line with my spirit. Maybe it's not my ultimate dream. Maybe it's not what I totally want to do, but it's in line with my spirit. It doesn't go against my spirit. I'm not cheating somebody. I'm not going out of line with my values, but I'll do this until I can do that. I promise you it will work. That's how the universe works. So in your future, what I see is success as soon as you're in line with your desires and your values. And you cannot fail when you're in that. So I'm saying good things. All right. Next, go on. Okay. Moving soon. MT wants to know if we're moving soon. I love the picture. Looks like a grumpy old dog. Super cool. Resting in like Pibble or something. Okay. Let's see. So the two moving cards are eights coming together. That's a move. Or the eight of spades. That would equal a move. For you, MT, I'm just going to pull out just, I don't know, whatever card. Let's do this one. So this is the King of Spades. All right. So again, we're looking for two eights or eight of spades. All right. So sorry I can't tilt the camera down so much, but I will hold the cards up that are meaningful and show you guys what I'm doing as we go along. This card just jumped out. 2 3s come together. That's commitment and that's life's work. Huh. I have a feeling this will play out into the eights and the move, like whether or not it's in line with your purpose and your job. Let's see if I'm right. All right. Hold on a minute. Shuffle. I feel like I have to extra shuffle a little bit here. Okay. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. First, wow. This is letting go in the heart pile. In the home pile is a female card. I'm not sure what that means, but this is health and well-being. I kind of also feel like, yeah, the last card is the God's arms around your heaven helping you. I'm going to go ahead and turn these over just to see if the eights come up, but I do feel like it would be in your best interest to move, and I feel like your future in what you want to create is only going to happen if you move. But I think that what you should do is, if you guys want to move, put it on the calendar. Like, pick a date on the calendar when it feels good to you, when you want to have moved by, and say, we are now in our new home this day. There's a whole lot of other very interesting cards that come up around you. You have opportunity around letting go. You have opportunity around emotional healing. There's someone else in your life that you might feel like, if we move, we'll leave them behind. How is it going to work? Do they need us? They're going to be fine. Make sure that, they're setting themselves up in a environment that's healthy for them. So don't stop moving or limit your move according to anybody else. The other thing is heart's desire around sevens, which is heaven helping you about what you truly want. Again, do not stall your plans or stop your plans or make your plans different according to what other people want for you or what they want from you. Your heart's desire is exactly what you should be doing. If you want to move. There's 2 jacks over and back, and one of these is going to feel very much like pulling on your heartstrings, like, okay, but if you cared about me, blah, blah, blah. So, and you've got 2 sets of sevens in a row. Sevens are all about heaven helping you. 2 ones or aces are about change of places, moving from obligation to passion. Go with what you want. I mean, I got to tell you guys, this comes so much in what people think they should do for others and what they want for themselves. This is all about what you want for yourself and confirming that that's the right thing. You do have something unexpected in disappointment around health, not life threatening, but certainly a moment to distract. I would go ahead and get that checked out. Again, I don't think life threatening or anything like that. But again, I think that what it's going to do, it's going to give you a moment of like, oh, shit. Well, this is another proof that I should do this. I should stay here for them. I should move them, whatever. If you can let go of the obligation that your health and well being is any way obligated to others, then I think that's going to let go. That health card, then you got wish come true and affection and God's arms around you and all kinds of things. It's about letting go. So let me explain this a little bit further. I just had this happen with a client of mine the other day. She had a private reading. In her reading, she said that her husband was very sick. Her ex-husband, who she has not been married to in 7 years, was very sick. And she's like, I flew all the way out here. I feel obligated to take care of him in the home. I've been here for weeks. It's killing me. I'm diminished. Like, oh my God, what do I do? And I'm like, oh my God, like what made you feel obligated to care for somebody you haven't been married in 7 years? And who, by the way, might need more care than you give because you are not a caregiver who's trained and specialized in his needs. So here we are thinking we're the ones who have to take care of people and we're not qualified. It's above our pay grade. As soon as she let go, and that's the card that I'm seeing, the let go of obligation, bam, the universe opens up for you. Once you realize that you're letting go of an attachment to others, bam, if you want to move, move. If you, whatever you want is going to happen. The point isn't whether or not the move is going to happen. The point is what you are attached to emotionally, what you are feeling obligated to. Let go, let God, and make your plan. Okay. All right, another one. Christine said, "Oh, I love the horse." Christine Reed. Huh. I wonder if I know that horse. All right. All right, Christine. I'm going to pull this card out for you. It's the card of Queen of Clubs, medium complexion. And we're looking again for the same health cards, 8 of Hearts, 4 of Spades, anything that comes up around that. So hold on one second. Let me look. If you guys are on, please stay to the end. We'll have a code for you to get a discount for a reading. All my readings are guaranteed. If there's any reason that I can't connect or read for you or get your answers, you wouldn't have to pay for that. Got nothing to lose, plus a great discount at the end. Thanks for being on today. Thanks for loving and supporting each other. And, shout out to the people that I love. Hi, Katrina. Hi, Melissa, Erica. Nice to see you guys. Okay. Christine, let's do this. So again, 8 of Hearts, 4 of Spades. Let's see where that comes up. Okay, so the very first cards that come through are actually stress around money and obligation. Not the kind of obligation we're talking about people, but stress of circumstance of life, whether or not you're going to make ends meet, whether or not you're going to make, your rent, status, quota, bills, all of that. So there's a little stress around money and obligation. And that might be affecting your health a little bit. I think that we underestimate how much our emotional state actually does affect our health. So the first card in the heart pile is authenticity with self. In other words, I don't think this is a question about health. I think this is a question about who you are and what you truly want. And is your life, have you created a life in alignment with that? So authenticity is actually a more bigger question than health. we're connecting with letting go of stuff. We're connecting with, very good question here is, so let me show you this. This is the card of authenticity or inauthenticity. In other words, lying to ourselves or being right, connection, letting go. And then we get down to what other people mean to us. And I don't feel the same connection, what I was talking about before about feeling obligated to others. This is more about the stress and pain that people are putting on you. And that I kind of feel like if you get really, really super in line with who you truly are and let go of this facade, let go of keeping up pretenses, I think your health is going to improve a lot. I'm going to go ahead and read a little bit further and find the health card, but man, you've got dictation, you've got obligations in the form of document and things that you're supposed to do. When do you find the time to just relax and be yourself? I'm not seeing that card at all. In fact, I'm not actually seeing the health card around you much at all. Where is it? Okay, one more pile. Let me look up. That's what it is. The very last one. This is really weird. I told you guys that health, which is the 8, and sickness, which is the 4, are coming right together. There's something that I wanted to, and I'll do a video about it later, but something that I wanted to share to you guys about today. Oh, by the way, you have a very cool money blessing come to you that might have nothing to do with your health, but this little money blessing is like pretty substantial. Bright change, business, work, money, success, which come true, and in relationship to your connection with others. So that's all good. But the health thing is like, I wanted to do a little video today about people wondering whether or not their circumstances could change, and whether it's health, whether it's finance, whether it's relationship. And the very thing that came through was a huge message from Spirit going, you know what? All we need you guys to do is to shift your mind thinking into the idea that it can change. So, what came to me about that is that every time I do a reading about somebody and Spirit show me this and Spirit show me that, people go, yeah, but no, that can't because blah, blah, blah. Well, but I don't have the time or the money or the skills or whatever to make that change. I have to look after my children, and therefore I don't have the energy and the time and the resources to do that. And every single time this has come up, every single time Spirit has said, well, how can we help you if that is already your story? If your story already is, I'm sick, I'm maxed out, this can't happen, I can't change it, I have to do this, I work 2 jobs, blah, 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 blah. I mean, once that's your story, it doesn't matter what I say. It doesn't matter what the cards say. It doesn't matter what Spirit says. If you don't open your fucking mind to the idea that there can be a slight change in your reality, then Spirit cannot help you. Please, people, please, step 1, entertain the possibility that there can be a different reality. Step 2, ask Spirit to help it. If you can't do those 2 things, you're fucked. You're fucked.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, but the number 1 is your own thought. Your own thought. Can you entertain the possibilities? So in this case, you absolutely, Christine, there's nothing here that says you have to be sick or have to. There's so much openness here. The connection card, the letting go card, the money card, the people card, the expansion card, the God's arms around card. The only thing that is coming up against with health is sick, but this is all your idea. So number 1, just entertain the possibility circumstances can change. And then we'll look for how that can happen. So many of the answers to your questions, people, are that. That's kind of why I say the cards can only see the reality on the path that you guys are currently on. As soon as your mind changes, we can do a whole different outcome in the cards. So spirit can't tell you, they can only illuminate for you. They can only show you the path that you're on. Okay. Okay, another one. My son's going through custody issues. Okay. Christine Harlow. Okay, hold on. We've got a confirmation.
She said, thank you very much.
Yeah, she said, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. You're welcome. You're welcome. Christine, hello. How are you? I remember you. So custody issues are hard because we don't always know if we have control over what the courts say and what the other party says and all that. And those are hard. And I get that. So let's start there. So you're talking about your son, which I'm going to pull out. This Jack of Clubs, represent him. And then what we'll look for is the Ace of Diamonds is the legal thing, and we'll kind of see what comes up around him. Okay. I know custody things are hard, but I still will have to stand behind what I'm saying. Anytime that I've had to deal with the courts, phone call about, I don't know, paying off somebody, IRS, whatever, if I just shift my energy before I make that phone call is going to turn out completely different. So, he has a lot more control than he thinks he does. But let's see what trajectory he's on right now, what's going on, and if there's anything we need to know about that. Okay. Hold on one second while I shuffle. You look adorable, by the way, in your picture. Doesn't she look good? Can you see it, Lisa?
I can. Cute.
She looks so cute. Okay. Okay. Oh, so I will tell you right off the bat, in the heart pile is the success card. Super good news. If you can just relax and know. Oh, and look, right underneath it is the legal card that I told you we were looking for, the Ace of Diamonds. So far, so good. I think that what it's saying in the unexpected pile is maybe he's not really sure or expecting universe or spirit to help him, but they will, in spite of the fact that maybe he's unsure. Because in the unexpected pile, we've got, he might be expecting disappointment, but then we've got the 10 is about like seriousness, and then the card before that is God's arms around you or spirit helping you. All kinds of wonderful cards about, this one's about oneness and unity and things coming together. Two aces, a really significant change. Hold on. Here's what I think. Oh God, I really want him to hear this and stand in the truth of this and hold steady to this. The outcome is going to be really good, but there's going to be a moment where it's going to look like it's going to go badly for him. And I promise it won't, as long as he stands in truth and doesn't step into vindictiveness or, any kind of messiness. The last and final card in his what's sure to come true pile is opportunity. It just looks really good. Health and well-being, letting go of fear, connection with family. It looks really, really good. But I promise there's going to be a little bit of a moment that's going to test him a little bit to where it's going to look like, oh shit, this doesn't look good. If I lie, or maybe if I throw her under the bus, or maybe if I do this, it'll come out better in my favor. He won't do it. He's a good guy. It's not going to happen. It'll come out in his favor. But success around the heart. So it looks good. He's going to be okay. Okay. We've got about 5 minutes. Let's do another one. With new career path. Jasmine needs a new career path. So that's also 10 or 9 of clubs, 9 or 10 of diamonds. So, okay. This is going to represent you. Put that card up. All right. Career path. A lot of times cards will come through and say, what do you want? I hope you know what you want. And then if you know what you want, then the cards can say, yes, it's going to work, or no, go this different route. But let's see. I have to shuffle a little extra. I feel like the last one needs a little bit of clearing. That feels good. One more. You guys, we're going to be doing a card reading class coming up, and I feel like if you have any, intuition at all, you can do this. You can feel it. You can resonate with it. Like when I shuffle the cards, I kind of feel whether it's right. 1, 2, 3, 4. First card, help from heaven, 7s. Second one is about being authentic, and again, I think this is significant because this is the card that asks you, what do you truly want? And then the job card's right underneath it. Well, here's the thing about that. What's underneath that is this is a card of passion, and this is a card of letting go or any kind of loss around that. So if you feel like you've lost your passion about something in order to make something else work, it's time to go back to that passion. Right. Heart's desire, opportunity, and connection with heaven. If you're really, really in line with what you're passionate about, I promise you cannot fail. I have a feeling that your dilemma is, should I do that, or should I go ahead and do this other thing that's a little bit more what people are saying I should do, or what might be, so that's not why. What they're showing me why is that you tried to do what you thought you wanted and it fell apart completely. And it's not because your passion wasn't correct. It was because you trusted somebody unworthy. That's why it didn't happen. And that's why it didn't work yet. I promise you, that's about the person, not about you and your desire and your passion. There was sort of a jerk, fear-based person who got in your way or led you the wrong way, or somebody you trusted that fell apart. That's in your past. That's not happening in your future. What I'm seeing in your future is actually connecting with really good people. And you got to trust yourself on that. I'll bet you if you look back on that, you had an inkling, that didn't feel right. You've also got contribution money. You've got contribution money, emotion, and help from heaven, all like in line with your guidance. I also feel like there's some creativity about your path going forward, like some music or books or something creative. You're super smart, and they're telling me that you have to rely on that. Really smart in a very creative way. So, and that you're not done yet. You're not done with what it is you thought you wanted to do. You're just needing to connect with the right people and people you trust. And that can be brought to you on a gut level, instinct. And then what's sure to come true pile is the 7, help from heaven. Yeah, you'll be all right. Just trust yourself a little bit more. What else is coming through? Check this out. Hold on. Is a 2 there? No. But there is, what you say?
God, thank you.
1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All things lining up. The one piece missing is your gut, your instinct. Go for it, girl. You're okay. Thank you guys so much. Okay, so we're going to do, we have a code, right, Lisa, that people can book. So this, you can get a discount just from being here tonight on your next reading. Again, I guarantee all my work.
She said she just had another baby. It's hard getting back on track.
I get it. She had another baby. It was hard getting back on track, and I get that, but your instinct is right on. FBLIVE 1029. Today's date, October 29th. That will get you a 10% discount always, I guarantee my work. If you ever get a reading and you feel like you don't jive with it or you don't get the answers that well, you might get the answer you didn't expect, but if you don't think that it's real or that satisfies you for your answers, you don't pay. I guarantee all my work. October is obviously a wonderful month that I love so much. Thank you guys for being part of this beautiful October experience. We're going to be doing a couple of other Facebook Lives and a couple other spirit experiences in November and December. I just see that my manager booked a couple today. I'm really excited about. So if you're in the Temecula area and you're going to be around later in October and November, or later in November and December, please come to one of the spiritual experiences. They're super fun, really amazing, and super cheap, and great food, all kinds of cool things. Anything else? Okay, book appointments by Kelly McClure. Second, I will tell you that many people have told me today and yesterday that there are fraudulent people pretending to be me, and they're sending things like, just register here on this, and I will never, ever do that to you. I will never tell you that you have to register in order to get a reading. I will never tell you that you have to pay me if spirit comes through to me to give you a reading. They come through to me to give you a reading, they will pay for it. You don't have to. If I ever approach you and say I have a reading for you, that spirit says you don't have to pay. Please, very careful. Be very careful about looking about how I spell my name and my title. Psychic medium Kelly McClure. It should be spelled and shown correctly, not Kelleeey or no spaces or whatever. Those are all scammers. They're out in droves right now, and I'm so sorry for my clients who've been duped by this. I hope to God that you guys have not. But they are out in droves right now. They're trying to steal anybody's identity who is successful, because they don't believe they can create their own, prosperity. And I feel sad about that, but I don't want you to get duped. So make sure that you are seeing Kelly McClure Psychic Medium Kelly McClure, all spelled out perfectly. That is me. Any funny business, it's not me, you guys. The scammers that come on and say they have a reading for you, they are trying to piggyback on my work. They are not authentic, and I wouldn't trust them. So please make sure that you vet who you get a reading from. I am right now researching a lot of I just talked to a gentleman today who does readings for people who have disappeared, maybe people who have murder circumstances, that type of thing. That is not my specialty, but I am vetting people, and I will let you know who I think is valid and who I think is legit that you can contact. So there's your code. Facebook Live 10/29. Happy Halloween. You guys know it's my favorite time of the year. So excited to be a part of your life tonight. Thank you so much for letting me come on and give you guys readings. Take care. Have a good night.
Same here.
Okay.
Yeah.